Top 10 signs you're married to a high maintenance wife. Hi friends, welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video is about the agony husband experiences when he's married to a high maintenance wife. Being married to a high maintenance wife is a man's worst ever dream. It is because when a wife's concentration is only towards herself, the lifestyle of a husband becomes overwhelmingly costly. Poor man has to spend money on her and only on her. There is just no enough money for a high maintenance wife. Are you married to a high maintenance wife? Poor you. She makes you very tense and stressed, doesn't she? Your high maintenance wife is that demanding and that concentrated on herself. And only on her. Your married life is a one big struggle to meet her never-ending demands. Living with a high-maintenance wife is very irritating and annoying. Your wife demands more money than you can afford. Your wife spends money without limitations. She squanders your hard-earned money on frivolous things. Is it easy for you to live with such a high-maintenance wife? No. Your sufferings are limitless as your wife has a never-ending procession of needless demand to maintain her beauty, fashion, and socialite status. Your wife is too fashion conscious. And her frenzy towards being trendy makes you dazed and confused about the means to satisfy her. Your wife always dresses for the kill. When she goes shopping, there's no stopping her. Your wife chooses trendy dresses irrespective of its cost. When the fashion trends change, the costly dress she so demandingly bought gathers dust. How can you wear this dress as the fashion has changed? It has become so outdated, your wife is unconcerned about the money wasted. All you can do is to fume within yourself about your wasted money. Such concentrated focus on fashion is always difficult on your purse. The accessories, the shoes and the handbags that goes with the dresses she buys are all compulsory necessities to your wife. She can never do without it. And your wife is also too focused on her beauty. To maintain her looks and body, she always visits high-end beauty parlors and gyms. She spends thousands of dollars to beautify herself. Your wife also feels she must show her beauty to everyone. So she likes partying very much. She goes to parties all decked up to pull everyone's attention towards her. Your wife always moves among high society people. Shall we now look at the top 10 signs that you're married to a high maintenance wife? The number 1 sign is your wife is very status conscious. Your wife wants to display her wealth for everyone to see. She wants to be known as a rich girl. So she likes all the status symbol things as if the happiness in your married life depended on it. Your wife likes trendy cars, trendy dresses and trendy mobiles. However much you earn, it's not enough to satisfy your high maintenance wife. The number 2 sign is your wife is very adamant. When your wife wants something, she must have it, irrespective of its cost. If you deny the demands of your wife, she goes on such a temperamental tantrum that you immediately bow down to her selfish needs. You must buy your wife the dresses she demands. You must take your wife out when she feels like it. You're forced to give your credit card to your wife for her to willfully swipe it. Number 3 sign is your wife wants to be pampered always and every time. Your high maintenance wife wants you to pamper her with costly things. Not once, but often. You cannot escape your wife by buying her things suited to her purse. Your wife displays high level of anger and makes you feel as though you were the worst ever husband if your gifts did not live up to her high expectations. The number 4 sign is your wife is never satisfied. Your wife feels you do not earn enough to satisfy her needs. So, she pressurizes you to earn more and more money to fulfill her ever-growing demands. When your salary day comes, she literally fleeces you of your money on frivolous spending. There is just no enough money as far as your high-maintenance wife is concerned. The number 5 sign is your wife wants everything high class. Your wife hates budget shopping. She hates eating in budget restaurants. Your wife shops only in high-end shops for her dresses. She visits only high-end parlors for her beauty treatment. Your wife always wants to dine in high-class restaurants, and that too often. Your wife feels only high-end of everything is good enough for her style of living. Number 6 sign is your wife spends tons of money in beautifying herself. Your wife spends tons of money in makeup products. She often visits high-end parlors to beautify herself. She spends her hard-earned money on hairstyling equipment. The shoe collections of your wife are awesome. The handbag collections are costly and high-end brands. She's always picture perfect when she steps out of her home. The number 7 sign is your wife never cares about you or your children. The concentration of your wife begins and ends with satisfying her greedy wishes. Your wife is not bothered about her wifely duties. She preens before the mirror for hours while your stomach rumbles in hunger. You struggle all alone in looking after your children while your wife has a field day catering to her selfish needs. You want to yell at your wife about her duties, but you dare not, as you know you cannot withstand her tirade against you. Your wife does not like doing any household chores as she never feels it is a duty. The number 8 sign is your wife puts on airs. Your wife thinks that she is way above others in many ways. So she puts on airs and looks down upon your relatives, friends and neighbors as not good enough for her to mingle and be friendly with. Your wife feels showing off her affluence is the best way to be noticed and envied by her friends. And so she's a spendthrift. Your high-maintenance wife is also arrogant. She's very shallow in her emotions. Your wife is very egoistic. Your wife puts on such airs that your hackles rise in frustrated anger. She's too made up for your liking. It is as though you had forgotten how your wife would look without her layers of makeup on. Number 9 sign is your wife must have frequent vacations. Your wife demands yearly vacations to an exotic place anywhere she wishes. And the vacation triggers even more purchases and even more throwing away of money. The hotel she wants to stay in is fit only for millionaires. She would have nothing short of it. Your wife literally drains your money by her never-ending shopping. The number 10 sign is the lifestyle of your wife is very costly. Your high-maintenance wife is very costly. She eats costly food wherever she goes. Your wife never thinks whether you can afford all her demands. When you deny your wife even the tiniest of a wish, she degrades you with choicest of abusive words. However much you try, you cannot make your wife understand that she's being a spendthrift. Your wife emotionally blackmails you to spend money on her. You very well know that trying to bring your wife to her senses is useless, as you know she will never listen to you. She argues about petty things and tortures your peace at home. In fact, you hate to be home. Before marriage, you were proud of the beauty of your wife. But after marriage, you feel you could have married someone who cares for you. You now understand that outside beauty cannot bring you happiness. Your entire married life is spent worrying about the money your wife squanders. But your wife is not worried, as all she wants is to show off to her friends that she's wealthy and of high status. Your wife is not bothered about the financial commitments of your family. You won't yell at your wife to come to her senses, don't you? But you dare not, as you know she will create scenes which will make you a nervous wreck. When both step out of your home, she becomes a classic actress, putting her arms around you and flashing a plastic smile. Others think that you are a lucky man to have married such a beauty, while you shudder within yourself at the price you had to pay for her beauty. Can you see how a high-maintenance wife proves to be a pain in your neck? Marriage Realities will have many videos touching hitherto unknown facts about married life. Subscribe and understand your relationship in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship building tricks. Thank you for watching.